There are places in this world that feel alive, places that do not just exist, but breathe. The abyss is one of them. A deep wound in the earth so vast that no one knows how far it truly goes. Some call it paradise. Some call it hell, but everyone agrees on one truth. Once it calls you, you cannot turn away. Tonight we descend into the heart of Made in Abyss, a world where beauty and terror walk hand in hand, and where every step forward feels like the last step you will ever take. Part 1. The Abyss. The Abyss is a world of layers, each one deeper, darker, and more dangerous than the one above. The first layer seems harmless, a gentle forest filled with soft light and fluttering birds. But this is only the surface, a disguise, a friendly smile hiding a sharpened knife. As explorers move further down, the light becomes strange and the air thickens as if the whole place is breathing. Even small sounds feel louder here, like the abyss is listening. As you descend, the shadows shift with a mind of their own. You begin to hear things, echoes, whispers, and footsteps that do not belong to you. The second layer introduces creatures with glowing eyes and bodies that twist unnaturally through the mist. The third layer tricks you with breathtaking beauty flowers that shimmer like pearls, waterfalls that fall in slow silver ribbons. But hidden behind these wonders are predators that move as silently as falling dust. Every beautiful sight has a darker truth behind it, and every moment of peace is only a pause before fear. And then there is the curse, the invisible force that grows stronger the deeper you go. Going down feels natural, almost effortless, but the moment you try to rise, your body revolts. Your vision blurs, your bones ache, your skin bleeds, and sometimes your mind breaks. Many who attempted to return were never the same again, trapped between memories that were too heavy and regrets that felt like chains. This is the cruel rule of the abyss. If you descend, you must be prepared never to come back. The abyss does not chase you. It waits with patience far older than humanity. It watches your every step as if deciding how much of your soul it will take. Part 2. Riko. Riko did not fear the abyss. She adored it. She grew up watching the adventurers return with relics and scars. She listened to their stories late into the night. Stories about beasts taller than mountains, streams that flowed upside down, shadows that moved with a mind of their own. Her eyes always sparkled when she imagined those stories coming to life. But Riko's connection to the abyss was deeper than fascination. She was born in its depths. Her mother, Liza the Annihilator, carried her while exploring the most dangerous layers known to mankind. When the curse struck, Riko's tiny body almost never made it to the surface alive. She entered the world screaming, marked forever by the abyss. That mark stayed with her, shaping her dreams and her identity in ways she could never escape. She grew up believing one thing: her mother was a hero, someone who reached farther than anyone before her. But heroes pay prices. And one day, Liza vanished, swallowed by the darkness she chased. All that returned to the surface was her white whistle and a sealed letter. A letter that held only a few words. "I am waiting for you at the bottom." Those words felt like an invitation and a warning blended into one. That single sentence changed Riko's destiny. She made a decision that only a child would make, a decision driven not by logic, but by hope. She would descend. She would find her mother, and she would face whatever the abyss demanded. Her heart was fragile, yet full of courage that surprised even those who knew her. Riko is not strong. She is not fearless. She is simply determined. And sometimes determination is more frightening than strength. It pushes her forward even when her hands tremble and her voice shakes, reminding her that love can be the most powerful force in the world. Part 3. Reg entered Riko's life like a miracle wrapped in mystery. A boy who fell from the sky with a metal body polished by time and eyes filled with innocence he did not understand. He had no memory of who he was, no knowledge of how he was created, but he had something rare, a heart capable of feeling fear and love, trapped inside a body built for war. Every movement he made felt both human and inhuman, as if he existed between two worlds. Reg was unlike anything Riko had ever seen. His arms could stretch like ropes, His skin was warm but unbreakable, and deep inside him lay a weapon powerful enough to burn through mountains. A weapon he could barely control. A weapon that terrified him. The idea that he might hurt someone he cared about frightened him more than any monster in the abyss. Yet Reg was gentle, kinder than anyone. His voice trembled when he was scared. His hand shook when he held Riko during dangerous moments, but he never let go. Not once. He became her protector, her shield, her friend. Even when he knew the abyss might be hiding the truth of his existence. Even when every step deeper made his lost memories tug painfully at his mind, his journey became more than survival. It became a search for identity. Reg did not follow Riko because he was confident. He followed her because he could not stand the thought of her going alone. And deep down, he felt that the abyss held answers he had been seeking long before he even met her. Part 4. The abyss takes everything. The deeper you go, the heavier the air feels, not just physically, but emotionally. It feels like the abyss is pressing against your chest, waiting for you to break. And eventually, it takes something from everyone. Even the bravest explorers return with eyes that have seen too much and hearts that beat out of rhythm. Riko and Reg learned this truth in the 4th layer. They faced creatures that moved like silent nightmares, insects with crystal shells, birds that mimicked the cries of dying children, plants that lured prey with warm light. Beauty turned into hunger. Every corner of this world demanded attention, because one mistake could end everything. Then came the moment that changed everything, the moment Riko almost died. Her arms swelling with poison, her body trembling violently, her eyes rolling back as the curse tore through her veins, Reg holding her in his arms, screaming her name through tears. That scene alone showed the truth of the abyss. It does not kill you quickly. It breaks you slowly. It strips away your strength layer by layer until all that remains is your will to survive. And then there was Nanachi, a creature with soft white fur and sad golden eyes, a being shaped by suffering. She had once been human, a girl filled with laughter and hope. But Bondrewd, the man with the smiling mask, took that away. He took everything. His experiments were cold and precise, leaving behind wounds that did not heal even with time. Nanachi's friend Mitty was turned into a creature without form, a creature that could not speak or think or die. A creature trapped in eternal pain, Nanachi carried that guilt like a weight tied to her heart. She wanted to save Mitty, but she knew the truth. Mitty was a living tragedy, a reminder that the abyss destroys not only bodies, but souls. Nanachi's quiet strength and sorrow became a symbol of what the abyss could turn you into. These are the moments that define Made in Abyss. Not the fights, not the monsters, but the pain of loss and the strength to keep moving even when everything hurts. It shows that sometimes courage is just choosing to continue when every part of you wants to stop. Part 5. The meaning of descent. Why do people go into the abyss when they know what it takes from them? They go because the abyss holds answers to questions they cannot ignore. What lies at the bottom? What secrets sleep in the darkness? What truth waits in the final layer? These questions burn in the hearts of those who cannot accept the world as it is. Humans are drawn to mystery the same way flames are drawn to fuel, even when it destroys them. Riko seeks her mother. Reg seeks his past. Nanachi seeks redemption. Their reasons are different, but their destination is the same. Each step forward is a step deeper into the unknown. Each discovery pulls them closer to truths they are both eager and afraid to face. And the abyss pulls them closer with every step. It challenges them, tests them, breaks them, and through each moment of pain, it shapes them into something new, something stronger, something more aware of the cost of their choices. Their journey becomes a lesson in courage, trust, and sacrifice. It teaches them that some questions change you even before they are answered. The abyss teaches a harsh lesson. Growth is born from suffering, and revelation always demands sacrifice. The deeper they go, the more they understand that the abyss is not just a place. It is a force that transforms everyone who enters it. Part 6. The abyss waits. The abyss is ancient. It does not care who enters it. It does not care who survives. It simply exists, waiting for those brave or foolish enough to cross its threshold. every adventurer leaves a piece of themselves behind, a memory, a scar, a whisper lost in the darkness. The abyss keeps all of it like a silent collector of broken dreams. Riko, Reg, and Nanachi continue their journey downward. Each step takes them farther from the life they once knew and deeper into the world that calls to them. They know the risk, they know the pain that awaits them, but they keep moving because something inside them needs to know the truth. Their hearts beat with a mix of fear and hope, guiding them through the shadows. The abyss does not offer comfort. It offers meaning, and meaning is often found in the darkest places. Those who search for it must be willing to lose parts of themselves along the way. In the depths of the abyss, every heartbeat feels like a reminder that the answers they seek lie just a little further down. Part 7. The price of knowing. The deeper they go, the more the abyss feels alive. Not just watching them, but studying them. The air grows thicker, the silence heavier, as if the whole place is waiting for their next breath. Even the creatures here feel different. They don't attack blindly. They observe, they follow. They move with a strange intelligence that makes every step colder than the last. Riko feels her mother's presence everywhere now. In broken tools, old notes, faint traces of camps long abandoned. Each clue pushes her forward even when fear sits heavy in her chest. Reg feels something too, a pull in the back of his mind, like the abyss is trying to wake a memory he isn't ready to face. He doesn't know whether to trust that feeling or run from it. Nanachi walks quietly beside them, aware of the cost that always comes with new answers. She knows the abyss never reveals anything for free. Every truth demands something in return, yet they keep going. Not because they're fearless, but because turning back now would mean accepting a life full of unfinished questions. The next layer waits for them like a held breath. Warm, still, expectant. Made in Abyss is not a story about exploration. It is a story about the human heart, about the courage to face the unknown, about the pain of losing what you love and the hope that pushes you to keep going. It is a reminder that beauty and terror are often two sides of the same truth. The abyss calls to those who feel its pull, and once you hear it, you are never the same again. Because the abyss is not just a place, it is a mirror, a test, a promise, and it is always waiting.